Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. This is Rustam, and today I'm going to talk about morphology. First, let me mention components of language. So, language consists of sounds, okay? Then we have grammar. I often, in every video, I talk about this, and then we move on to semantics or meaning, okay? Meaning. So, sounds, grammar and meaning. So basic unit of language is sounds, okay, sounds. And when we talk about grammar consists of two components. One is words, okay, and second is sentence structure or syntax. So even syntax is a combination of words. So words put together in a particular sequence give us syntax. So grammar connects sounds with meaning. So study of sounds is called phonetics and phonology, okay, and study of words is called lexicology, and study of sentences or clauses, you can say clauses or sentences is known as syntax, and study of meaning is known as semantics. So phonology and phonetics have got a basic difference, that phonetics is a general study of human speech sounds. Phonetics, okay, phonetics is general study of human speech sounds, how sounds are produced, how sounds are transferred. So phonetics, first part of phonetics, you can say production of speech sounds. This is known as articulatory phonetics. Articulatory phonetics. And second, when sound is produced from human lips, it is now transferred to the listener. So this is known as acoustic phonetics. And then it is received at the ear. So that is auditory phonetics. So these are three sub branches of phonetics. And what is phonology? Phonology is study of speech sounds of a particular language, that is known as phonology. Anyhow, both deal with sounds. Now, lexicology. Before we talk about lexicology, first we need to talk about parts of words. So study of parts of words, even sometimes complete words, is known as morphology. Phology. Morphology. So what is a morpheme? So today's topic is morpheme. Morphology is actually with writing, okay. Morphology deals with writing system. So written words, you can say written words can further be broken down into smaller parts. Let's say he was helplessly trying to catch the drowning insect. Okay, now this sentence, you can see he was, so he cannot be further simplified, and was cannot be further simplified, but this word helplessly can be simplified into three parts. Helplessly. So each part is known as a morpheme. So he was, let's focus on the page. He was helplessly trying. So again, this word can be broken down into smaller parts. Trying to catch the drowning insect. Now all these are morphemes. Let's count the morpheme in this sentence before we define it. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. There are 13 morphemes. Let's say we count the words. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There were 9 words in the first sentence, okay? But now we have morphemes. How many morphemes? 13 morphemes. When we say morphemes, it means sometimes the whole word, he is a word, it is a pronoun. It is also a morpheme, and was is a helping verb, so it is also a morpheme. So now we can categorize morphemes into two distinct subcategories: free morphemes, free free morphemes, and bound morphemes. So free morphemes, as you can see, he, was, help, they are actually 8 parts of speech, okay, or 9 parts of speech in English. So he, was, help, and try, okay, the items which are entered into a dictionary: try, try, to, sometimes we pronounce as t, catch, the, drown, insect. These are known as free morphemes. A free morpheme is a morpheme which can stand on its own and it does not need any support. But now see, less and lee. So less and lee don't have their own meaning. Even I and g does not have some lexical meaning. It does have some functional meaning, a grammatical meaning. Like ing gives us continuity or progressive aspect, and lee gives us kinds of adverb. So these are known as bound morphemes. So ly is a bound morpheme and less is a bound morpheme. Ing is a bound morpheme. Again, bound morpheme. So let's move to the next page. Let's say uh, the wildness of the boy shocked his teachers. Now can we break this sentence into smaller parts? Yes. See, the wildness, now 2 parts, of the boy, shock, shock, shocked, his teach. Yes, we have a word teach, teachers, teachers, okay, his teachers. Now the wildness of the boy shocked his teachers. So now you can count the morphemes: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. There are 12 morphemes. Okay, now let's talk about free morphemes. The, free morpheme; wild, free morpheme; of, free morpheme; the, free morpheme; boy, free morpheme; shock, free; his, free; teach, free morpheme. Now bound morpheme, let me circle them: ness, okay, ed, and er, and s. So what are free morphemes? Free morphemes are actually 8 parts of speech. 8 parts of speech. 8 parts of speech are writing. 8 parts of writing. Okay, we can say that these are divided into 2 categories: content words, and grammatical words, or grammatical or functional words. Let's say functional words. Okay, content words are 4, like nouns, all the nouns, adjectives, adverbs, and verbs. You can say main verbs. These are known as content words or lexical words. Okay, now functional words are pronouns. Okay, pronouns are preposition, Then we have interjection. It's a traditional grammar. I'm talking about conjunctions or coordinators, conjunctions, okay? And in English language, articles, okay? Even the helping verbs, these are functional words. So when we say free morphemes, so free morphemes can either be lexical words, okay, content words, or they can be functional words. As you can see, the, it's a free morpheme and it is a functional word, okay. Now wild is an adjective but free morpheme. Of is a preposition. The is a determiner or the article. Boy is a common noun, okay, noun. Shock is, a verb. Verb, verb. And his, as you can see, it is a possessive pronoun. Teach is a verb. So free morpheme will either be it will be a noun, adjective, adverb, main verb, pronoun, preposition, interjection, and conjunction. In contrast with free morphemes, bound morphemes will not have any of these epithets, any of these titles, like they will neither be nouns, they will neither be adjectives, adverb, main verb, etc. Neither will they be pronouns, preposition, interjection. So if they are not any of these, they will be called bound morphemes. Bound morphemes cannot convey their meaning on their own. They have to be attached to free morphemes. Let's say we have undecidedness, decided. Let's say undressed, undressed. Now dress, dress, ed. Now this is a free morpheme. It is acting as a stem. To this stem we attach un and ed. So this is a bound morpheme and this is a bound morpheme. It means bound morphemes can be attached to a stem, and it can be attached before. In this case it will be a prefix. Bound morpheme can be a prefix and it can be a suffix. In the next video lecture I'll talk about these bound morphemes, but broadly speaking, bound morphemes are usually divided into two categories, okay. Inflections, inflectional, and second one is derivational morphemes. So you have to add the term morphemes. So bound morphemes are divided into two categories, inflectional morphemes and derivational morphemes. Inflectional morphemes are fixed in English, they are 8, but derivational morphemes are not fixed. Inflectional morphemes, they are suffixes. Each one of them is a suffix, okay, suffix, and these can be prefix and suffix, okay. So let's before I end this video, let me give you the list of inflectional morphemes which are bound, okay. Let me turn over the page, and here we move into inflectional morphemes. They are also called inflections, okay. They are 8. Two are with adjectives. They are attached to adjectives. Let's say, have you heard the word small, smaller, and smallest? So this er and est, okay. This is used with a comparative degree, and the last one with superlative degree of adjective, est. So they are bound morpheme, so they are used with adjectives, okay. 4 bound morphemes are inflections are used with verbs, okay. See, call, calls, calling, called. So ed, ing, and this s. So they are three verb inflections. We also have let's say break, broke and broken. En. Okay, En. Okay, En is an inflection which is used with verbs. So the four inflections are used with verbs. One inflection, let's say Ali's apostrophe, Ali's book. Now this apostrophe and s, this shows possessive case. Okay, so this is used with noun. Another s is used with another noun, let's say book, books. Okay, see, this is also an inflectional morpheme. Let's count how many do we have. Two are here, four are with verbs, six, and two are here, eight. These are known as inflectional morpheme. They are eight in numbers. So bound morphemes have got two categories. One are inflections, as you can see somewhere here I mentioned inflectional morphology. Inflections, they are suffixes, they come at the end of the morphemes or words. And derivational, they are many, they can be prefix and they can be suffix. A very important characteristic which differentiates between the two is that these inflectional morphemes, when they are added to the end of words, they don't change a word category. Let me give you an example. Let's say we say big. Big is an adjective, okay? But what about bigger? Bigger is also an adjective. Biggest or longest, they are also adjectives, okay? So this er and this est, they are inflectional morphemes. In contrast, you say love. Love is a noun. But what about lovely? Lovely is an adjective. So ly is a bound morpheme, but it is not inflectional morpheme. It is not an inflection. Why? Because when it is added to the noun love, so it changes its status from noun to adjective. So ly is called derivational morphology, derivational morpheme. So it may change a word category or it may not change a word category, derivational morphology. But inflectional morphology is sure not to change the status of a word. So this was an introductory topic regarding morphology. So study of morphemes. What is morphology? Study of morphemes is called morphology. And what is a morpheme? So let me take you back to initial the first page here. So basic unit of sound is known as phoneme, phoneme, phoneme. Now grammar. So basic unit of grammar, basic unit of grammar, grammar is called morpheme, morpheme, morpheme. What is morpheme? It's the basic unit of grammar. But what type of unit? Whether structural unit or functional unit? Yes, both. Basic unit of functional grammar and basic unit of grammar in terms of function as well as structure is known as morpheme. So you are requested to open study of language. It's the name of a book, study of language, let me write here, study of language, written by George Yule. So study the relevant pages and inshallah I'll explain this topic with further explanation in part 2. This is part 1 and in part 2 I'm going to talk about further related things with morphology. Thank you very much for watching this video.